Can't sleep? Just go out. Shopping hours are relatively quite restrictive in many European nations, but in most places in the US or near a big city, there is always something to do or buy in the middle of the night. In Europe, the BBC...
My friends, this is true. I'm in the state of Montana. 3 a.m. I am so angry. I want to eat some tacos. Is this possible actually? If so, my friends, I love you all. Because that's tremendous. Today I'll be reacting to American things, oh boy, Europeans find weird. My friends, I guess I can fact check those, but before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. If you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Now, link for the original video in my description. Honestly, I love this type of videos. Let's play it.
If you've ever seen Quentin Tarantino's hit movie Pulp Fiction, you'll know it opens with a scene in which Samuel Jackson shows his surprise regarding the legality of cannabis smoking in Holland and the fact that the French eat their fries with mayonnaise. Ugh, is his reaction to the use of such a condiment. Well, we can tell you ugh works both ways, and there are plenty of things Americans eat, do, believe, and say that Europeans find plain weird.
Like
Today,
what?
we'll look at some of those things. In this episode of the Infographic Show, American Things Europeans Find Weird. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so that you can be part of a notification squad. We'll stay with food and restaurants for the time being. As we've discussed in other shows, not everyone in the world is so draconian about tipping. In fact, in some parts of Europe, throwing a buck on the counter after receiving a cold beer would be totally insulting. In many European countries, tipping and
See, not the first time, sorry for such early pause, but not the first time I see this argument in this type of videos that, oh, in America you have to tip. Okay, that's true. But in Europe, if you do, it's disrespectful. It's not. You know, if those people, they don't make a lot of money. So if you tip, they will be thankful for that. I guess I should not speak for all countries, but at least the countries I visit, and specific talking about Portugal, this is not disrespectful at all. People will actually be thankful for your support. So, yeah, just putting this out there.
Some situations can be seen as charity. When visiting the US, many Europeans might find it weird that a waiter or waitress keeps coming back to your table. In the States, it may be seen as just good service, but to some Europeans, it could be construed as someone getting in the way of a good meal. That meal, by the way, could be about 3 times larger than many people in Europe are used to. In general, American food portions look to some Europeans like they're supposed to feed 2 people. It may also seem like an act of largesse to some Europeans when someone keeps refilling their glass of soda or cup of coffee for no extra cost. In terms of
Okay, I love that. You know, I'm a big boy, so for me, the food being a bit bigger, I like it a lot. And the thing with they coming back to your table, probably this is because you have free refills even in restaurants, right? This is amazing, actually.
The food itself.
Sorry, let's run it back. I like the American way, man.
Keeps refilling their glass of soda or cup of coffee for no extra cost. In terms of the food itself, as we noted earlier, Americans and Europeans have very different ideas about what goes with what. Pancakes for breakfast with fried chicken, are you kidding me?
Yeah, this is true, my friend. No one eats that here. Here the breakfast is actually quite simple. But, André, any problem? Not at all, actually. I would love to eat some fried chicken with pancakes. Oh man, when I go to America, that's one of the first things I will do.
Says the traveling European. And what about putting honey on bacon for breakfast? The Frenchman wanted mustard with his sliced beef and tasted something not like mustard, but a sweeter version with less bite. The Italian went to Chicago and in one restaurant ordered a pizza, only to be served what he thought looked more like a quiche or a cake. So, what about when Europeans head to the store? Again, the rather affable smile and general friendliness of staff may seem strange to someone from grumpy England, where service with a smile is certainly no guarantee. In fact, it's been remarked that American friendliness can result in some Europeans thinking something suspicious is afoot. If that European is in the store to buy a pack of cigarettes or a bottle of wine, they may be extremely surprised when they get asked for ID, as that might not have happened to them for over a decade or
Oh, but this is, okay, my friends, this the other day ended up creating a lot of debate in the comments that, you know, so let's take a look at this. Serious Lime 65. Do you guys think, for example, this person would ask this gentleman for the ID, really? Because you can see automatic that the person is over 21. I mean, you can see that I'm quite older than 21. So I think it's difficult for me to get asked for ID. I really believe that. Because at certain ages, you know, when you are 25, Well, some people look really, even at 30, some people look really young. But, other times I feel like it's so obvious that you don't need it.
Or two. On top of Europe mainly having laxer laws on age restrictions, IDing people is not such a big deal as it is in America. Only in July this year, Oasis frontman Liam Gallagher said he was ID'd in the US after trying to buy cigarettes. He tweeted, "I've just been told I can't buy cigs unless I got ID. I'm 40 freaking 4. Has the world gone mad?" Indeed, in his home city of Manchester,
Okay, never mind. What?
he'd probably been buying his smokes for 30 years without a problem. And then the European looks inside his...
I had friends and I was a kid, that they bought cigarettes and no one asked anything. And they're friends or you? No, friends. For real, I don't like tobacco. But I just noticed the story sounds like I'm speaking about myself, but it's actually not.
Her wallet, only to see a bunch of notes that all look the same, all the time wondering how this could possibly make any sense. The good thing is, in America, you can pay with plastic just about anywhere, which is something many Europeans are still not used to. They may also be unpleasantly surprised to find out, when they do buy something, taxes get added on top of the price.
No. Okay, this is a mess. Wait, what? Did I understand this correct? Sorry. Pay attention, my friends.
That all look the same, all the time wondering how this could possibly make any sense. The good thing is, in America, you can pay with plastic just about anywhere, which is something many Europeans are still not used to. They may also be unpleasantly surprised to find out, when they do buy something, taxes get added on top of the price.
Okay, the taxes part, potato. I get it at this point. If you go to a street food, type of thing like this one, you can play with you can pay with your credit card. They have a machine there for that. Dude, sometimes there is stores in my country that they don't accept cards. Forget the street food type of stuff. No chance.
They saw. So they try and get back to their hotel, but have to ask the way. They are told to walk 6 blocks this way and turn left. Only for some Europeans not familiar with the US, giving someone directions using blocks may seem weird. Parts of Europe were not built with
blocks? Wait, what?
City blocks in mind and just gradually spread in a way that makes it hard to find your way around. When they finally do get back, they settle down to watch some TV, only for some reason the shows are interspersed with commercials that seem to be longer than the actual minutes given to the actual content.
This one I'm already aware, but you guys also told me that most people don't like this type of commercials. So even if this is a thing in America, I feel like it's not a thing that people like.
This drives some Europeans crazy. At some point, they might come across World Wrestling Entertainment and be quite confused at how some Americans can get so worked up about what to them looks like an act with an ending already scripted. You may have to be an American to enjoy that kind of drama with such passion.
I have to call out this video. This is not true, my friends. WWE was really big here. It's still big, but I remember at one point everyone was talking about that. The Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, Batista, The Rock, Stone Cold. This is not true, my friends. I'm sorry, but see, what I'm realizing is a lot of times I watch videos and you guys say, André, that person have no idea what is talking about, because that's a bunch of stereotypes. This is not true. Europeans like WWE, maybe not as much as American. Could be, but WWE is. I was a big fan at one point.
So worked up about what to them looks like an act with an ending already scripted. You may have to be an American to enjoy that kind of drama with such passion. Turn over to the news, and depending on the channel, this may also look something like a drama or a soap opera to a European. They may easily believe they are watching a news satire. One of the great things in America, though, for some Europeans at least, is the fact that some things are open 24/7. Can't sleep? Just go out. Shopping hours are relatively quite restrictive in many European nations, but in most places in the US or near a big city, there is always something to do or buy in the middle of the night. In Europe, the BBC...
My friends, this is true, actually. I wonder about this. Let's say I go to Florida. I'm in Miami. Okay, I guess that's that's such a famous city. Okay, but I'm in Miami at 3 a.m. No. My example is really bad. Never mind. I'm in Montana. Don't ask any city in Montana that I don't know. But I'm in the state of Montana. 3 a.m. I'm so hungry. I want to eat some tacos. That's possible. Can I go out and I can find stores that sell me tacos at 3 a.m.? Is this possible actually? If so, my friends, I love you all. Because that's tremendous.
He reported that London, England, and 6 cities in Spain.
Hey, my friends, actually another thing. This type of videos, sometimes you guys disagree with what the narrator is saying, and I also have been disagreeing a lot on this one. But if you still enjoy this type of videos, please leave a like, my friends. It helps a lot the channel, and I hope you understand that.
Spain were the better 24-hour cities. Now we'll visit the sensitive issues of religion and patriotism. World Atlas puts America at the top of the list as the most Christian nation in the world. In the US, on
Nothing
any
wrong
given
with that.
day, you might hear the word God or at least see signs pointing to where you might find him. While parts
For me, this is not a problem because I'm also religious, my friends. So.
of Europe are also predominantly Christian, the omnipresence of God in the streets may seem a little overbearing to many of these nations that have foregone church duty. It's the same with flags everywhere. You won't go far in America without seeing the stars and stripes, whereas in Europe, flags are usually designated to the top of poles outside of official buildings. Seeing one planted in a garden may induce a traveling European to believe that he is at the house of a hardcore nationalist, not just someone who is proud of where he comes from. Interesting side note, a 2014
Man, but I love to see the flags on the backyard, on the front. That's so beautiful. Actually, I wonder because I react to this, but I probably have people that have a flag in their backyards, right? That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy in a good way. Makes me so happy to see that you guys are proud about that. Actually, I was thinking because I saw other reactor to do this, and I'm open, so I'm copying his idea that. Adam, I believe is his name, was watching viewers' houses and viewers' cars. I could be watching the same thing or even watching their flag, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I have an email on my description. I guess I should mention this at the start of the video. Oh well, I'm doing in the middle. For the ones that are watching, if you want to send me an email with the flag at your home, at your backyard or something, feel free to do it, my friends. I may react to that when I get, let's say, 10 or something, of course. So if you guys send a lot, that could be a potential video.
survey revealed the most.
Again, the email is on my description, is europeanreactions, gmail.com.
Most patriotic country in the world was Thailand, closely followed by the USA. While it may not seem too weird for Europeans, the fact that some people in the States carry firearms might be scary. Per capita, more people in the States own guns than any other country. While most cops in Europe do carry guns, it's unusual to see a cop in England, Scotland, or Wales carrying a gun. The fact that regular Joes might be carrying a firearm seems fairly weird to many Europeans. It might not seem so.
Yeah, this I said this a couple of times, and some people don't get it, but I'm also very honest on this. This is the biggest culture shock that Europeans have. I feel like people can say this or that, but I still think guns is the big one. André, any problem with that? No, actually, I would love to go to Texas and shoot some guns, but I'm telling you that a lot of Europeans have, let's say, a problem with this, and I'm being honest.
Strange to Serbians, who also have a high rate of guns owned per person. Size also matters to Europeans when traveling in the States. In America, everything just seems bigger, and not just the aforementioned dishes. The roads and streets seem larger for the most part, and if you don't have a car, it can seem hard to get anywhere, especially in a place like LA. The cars themselves seem a lot bigger, large enough to crush Mr. Bean in his Mini, and the people inside them also seem big on average, if not taller, then wider on average. The skyscrapers are
this video have a bunch of stereotypes, I'm sorry.
Taller, and in general, American houses statistically have a lot more space than the average European house. One survey stated that the Danish had the most living space in Europe, still much less than Americans, but much more than the Brits, that to Americans might seem their whole house is smaller than their basement. It may not be that weird, but one might ask why everything is so big in the US. As for appearance, some Europeans may find the amount of Americans that are continually decked in what looks like gym wear a bit strange, as most are not going to the gym. Other styles that are mostly an 80s thing but seem to have stayed around a little are the big hairstyles on some older American women. Big lips and big breasts may also be a fashion weird to some Europeans, while in the USA the president still seems to sport a fake tan. On the positive side, Americans all seem to have such perfect white teeth, quite different from those Brits. This was hilariously depicted in an episode of The Simpsons in which the Big Book of British Smiles horrifically demonstrated the apparent lack of dental hygiene in the country. So, what do you Europeans out there find strange about Americans? And Americans, what do you think is weird about Europeans? Let us know in the comments. See you next time.
Okay. Oh my god, do we go to another one?
Two of
Average American versus average British person. Should I watch this? You know what? Leave me the number 7 if I should watch this one. But that's everything for today, my friends. I really hope you guys had fun with me. It means a lot to end up staying until the end. And like I said, if you leave the number 7, I will also end up staying until the end. And I will say again, if you can send photos to the flag you have in your home, backyard, whatever, feel free to do it. Take a look at my email on the description. But yeah, thank you so much. See you guys in the next one.